Okay. Uh-oh. Hopefully internet and everything is going to be good today. Just looking at my feedback and it looks a little choppy, but we're moving slow today. So hopefully that'll catch up and be okay with us. I don't know what's been going on with my internet the last couple of weeks, but it has hated me. So sorry for all of that. We've got a nice 30-minute kind of reset. We're gonna mobilize and we're gonna do a lot of active flexibility today. So let's start face down on the belly. We're gonna do those hip cars where we're staying prone, laying on the ground. So you can get your arms comfortable where they need to be. Let's take a big stretch actually first here and get that spine aligned straight, and then we can relax. And we're gonna do one leg at a time. The goal here is going to be to keep our hips level on the ground and minimize the amount of rotation and movement through the rest of our core. We're just gonna try to move our hip. So go ahead, start with one leg. You're gonna pull it up, leave the foot down. You're gonna drag that knee up into flexion with the foot down. And then we're gonna rotate so our foot is up over our knee. And if you're having trouble getting that foot right up over the knee, bring your foot or knee down a little bit there. So foot up over the knee, and then once we've got that, we can push up. We're gonna go all the way back into that extension. Both hips are on the ground, spine is neutral, and then back down, foot to the ground, and repeat. Up into flexion to the side, rotate up, lift, and back. Let's do two more on this side. And back. One more, foot down, pull it out into flexion, rotate, press, and back and down. Let's do the other side. So over into flexion, rotate, push, and back and down. Flexion up to the side, rotate, press up and down. Two more, over to the side, up, press, and return down. Now let's go for that scorpion roll. Switch back to your first foot. Go into that extension where you're pressing up, but both hips are on the ground, so your knee is lifted. Then let's roll that hip up. We're gonna reach our foot over. Keep your upper body relaxed. As far as we can go, stretch that straight leg out long like you're trying to reach the wall behind you. Then we're going to slowly return, first bringing down our hip, then the knee and the foot, and we'll do the other side. Foot, knee, roll up and over, and slow return. Hip touching down first. I want to feel those hips on the ground, and then the knee, and then the foot. We'll do four more, going through our slow motions here. 2, and return, rolling to the hip, knee, foot. 3, lift and roll. And one more each side. Nice and slow. And last one. Press up and roll. Bring it back down. Dig in the toes and the knees. Pull those hands back to the shoulders. Push back into a child's pose stretch. Lower the forehead to the floor. Reach the arms out overhead. And we'll come up into our quadruped, stretch our shoulders. Let's take a cat-cow. Push the floor away, pushing the hands and the knees away from each other. Inhaling and exhale into that cow. Keep the shoulders over the hands. Inhale into cow, and the hips over the knees. Make sure we're not rocking forward and back. One more cat and cow. into our neutral spine, looking at the mat just in front of our fingers here. Reach one arm forward, thumb up, and then we're gonna reach up to the ceiling, turn and look, and take that shoulder. We're gonna dive it down through, all the way till our shoulder reaches the mat. Our head can rest on the ground. Make sure the hips are right over the knees. And if we'd like more stretch, let's reach that top arm up overhead. Breathe into this position. Make sure you're reaching with both your arms in the two directions. Really try to be active and stretch like you're trying to grab something. Let's slide that top hand back. And on our next inhale, we're going to open all the way up to the ceiling. And bring that hand back down to rest. Let's do the other side, reaching our hand forward, palm up, and then reach up to the sky. Take that hand, we're gonna dive it down and through. Shoulder and head come to rest. And if we went for the arm on the other side, go ahead and reach the arm on this side as well. Stretch and reach with both hands. Breathe into your stretch and slide that hand back. And we're going to open all the way back up. Bring both hands down. Let's take another cat and cow. And you can cross your legs behind you. We're going to roll back and do a little shin box here. From our seated position, fold those legs over, 90-90, and we're gonna start with just flipping the hips, pressing the knees into the ground. Focus on keeping your butt back. I like to sit horizontal on the mat, so I have my sit bones on the back edge and my heel bones on the front edge, and I can mark that I'm staying in place. I'm pushing back, keeping my butt on the edge. As I rotate, press those knees down, push, 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 and switch. Nice slow roll. Keep your butt on the back edge of your mat, or just use a little marker to make sure you're not crawling forward on your hips. Let's do one more each side. And we're gonna add a little extension to it. So on the next one here, we're gonna flip over. Place your hand behind you, and this inside arm, we're gonna reach, lift our hips, push your knees into the ground, get a big stretch, full extension of the body. Imagine you're a dancer and you're doing a very expressive move. And then we're gonna flip hand to the side, reach and lift the hips, full expression of the body. And repeat to the side. And big reach. And reach. Let's do two more, one for each side. Big reach. And last one. Big reach. Take it to the middle now. Have our hands behind. We want the fingers facing away at an angle, not directly behind where they're straight, but about out at 45 degrees. We're in our crab position, and we're gonna start just with pressing up and opening our hips. Make sure your shoulders are open, creating a lot of space through the chest. We're gonna inhale and exhale, squeeze our butt, press up into a bridge crab. And exhale. And inhale. On on the way down. I'm gonna go 4 times. Exhale, push, shoulders through, and inhale down. Last 2. And 1. Now we're gonna go for one arm for our call back, way back to our under switch and reach, but we're just gonna go for our reach. So you're gonna put one arm so your elbow is onto your torso. We're gonna push up into that extension and reach up and over like you're trying to hold hands with yourself. I wanna hold my hand. And back down. And then we'll switch hands. Bring that hand down, 45-degree angle, elbow onto the chest. Exhale, push and reach. All right, we'll go through 4 of these as well. Push, hips all the way up. Get them up there and down. One more each side. Push and reach. And last one. And reach. Excellent. We're going to turn it over now into our beast position. So we're going to have our knees elevated. We did our scorpion roll from the ground, laying on the ground. Now we're going to go for our animal flow scorpion roll. So neutral spine, dig in the toes until the knees lift, and then you're going to take one leg and reach it all the way up and over. Bring that foot back down next to the other foot. Knees are going to stay in a hover, and then the other side we're going to push up and reach over. And you'll also notice this is a lot like when we do our downward dog into wild thing. So we'll do 4 again of these. Ready with knees up. Exhale, push. Reach with that foot. And back down, knees level. And push. Knees down and level. One more each side. Last one. Return to your beast. We can take the knees down into child's pose to reset. And return to beast. We're going to take it into a kick through where we're going to hold and mobilize. So back to the hips again. Now from the beast here, you're going to lift up one leg, kick it underneath and out straight. And we're going to put our foot down on the ground and then lower our butt down. And from here, we're going to practice that active flexibility. So we're going to lift our leg and move it all the way in and all the way out. And then back down and to return to our beast. So hips are going to come up, legs going to come up, underneath, kick through the other side, foot to the ground, butt to the ground, and then we're going to lift that foot, bring it all the way to the other foot, and all the way out. Back to neutral, plant, lift, and return to beast. Again, 4, kicking it through, plant the foot, drop the butt down. We're gonna lift that in and out, neutral, lift, return to beast, kick through, plant the foot and the butt, lift, all the way in, all the way out, plant, lift, return to beast, boom. One more each side, kick through, plant, lift, in, out, neutral, and up. And last one, kick through, butt and foot, reach in, out, neutral, lift, and return to beast. All right, take a quick break. I need a sip of water. It is hot today. Stay hydrated, hydrated first, hydration first. Hydration always. All right, from our beast position now, we're ready to take our scorpion roll all the way over. We're gonna see what this is like, combining that little kick through with a lift and our scorpion roll. So we did from beast, scorpion roll, reaching up or reach. Now have faith here. We're gonna let this foot go all the way to the ground, and you're gonna find yourself in a kick through position. Now we just practiced lifting this foot up. So we're gonna lift it, bring it over so your foot is right next to the other one. The knee is touching the leg. And from here, we're gonna use this leg to roll over and return to beast. All right, I'll walk you through the next one. So we're gonna do the other side. You're gonna take that leg up, scorpion reach, the leg all the way over. Keep letting that foot go. We're gonna go until the foot hits the ground. Now lift this leg up, bring it together so the knee is touching the other foot, and we're gonna roll back over into beast. Ready for the first side again. Scorpion roll, we're gonna reach up, have faith, let that foot drop, boom. Pick up that foot, touch the knee to the other shin, and roll over, return to beast. And let's do that second side. Reach until we roll, lift the leg, touch the knee to the shin, and up and over, return to beast. Take a quick rest, 20 seconds, and we'll do that whole sequence. We want to take it nice and slow here. The goal is not to go fast. The goal is to go flowy. So think about trying to make everything look maybe like you're a dancer or you're swimming underwater. Sorry, I'm just trying to, bear with me, get this mic in a, maybe a little bit of a better spot. All right. That's better. Let's go for it. We're gonna do 4 again. Find your beast. Let's take a cat and cow. Neutral spine, dig in the toes, lift the knees, and let's take one foot up and over, scorpion roll to the ground, lift that leg, sweep it together, and roll, return to beast. Second leg goes up and roll, bring the foot together and roll, beast. Slow motion, scorpion roll, control that roll, sweep the leg, and over. Last one, roll, and bring the foot together into beast. Excellent. All right, rest from our beast excursion. If your wrists are feeling a little tight, go ahead, just shake them out. I know it's a lot of loading onto our wrists. We'll go for a little wrist flow, and then we'll do some manual massage. So one hand into the other. I suggest starting with your right hand or your dominant hand. Massage this one first. And take your non-dominant, you just stick your thumb into this big thumb pad at the base of your other thumb. Let's dig in and massage. We want to go with the fibers of the muscle and also against. Find a little tense spot, hold on it, move the thumb around. That thumb that you're stretching. You can hold down a sore knot and then work it. One last push, squeeze through that thick muscle. And then we're gonna do fingers one at a time, like you're trying to pull the meat off the bone. Just each finger all the way down to the tip, starting at the base, and try to pull all that finger meat off the bone. Got a knuckle pop. And We're gonna do the thumb, same thing. Pull the meat off the bone. And then we'll switch sides, take it into the muscle at the base of the thumb here. And we're going to massage with the grain of muscle. And against, looking for any knots. If you find one, you can hold on that little sore spot and then wiggle that thumb around, get the muscle to work under the compression. And then fingers, clean the meat off the bone one by one. And all the way down each little finger gets its day. And pinky and thumb. Ooh, sorry, big pop there. Hands are nice and massage. We're gonna give it a little finger push up here. So shoulders up over the hands and just lightly press and stretch. Spread those fingers out and we're gonna press up and down just the fingers. Little finger push-ups. And then plant those fingers, and then we're gonna do just a little wrist push-up. So wrist down to the ground, and then lift the hands up, stretching as much as you can. And I don't know about you, but I notice a big difference here in my hand and wrist flexibility between my dominant writing hand and my non-dominant hand. My left hand has a lot more flexibility through the fingers. My right hand cannot come up as high here into this motion. Now, hands are gonna go out side to side in front of you. Again, spread the fingers, and we're gonna shift the weight from one side to the other. I want you to make sure that you're getting your fingers to have some weight. Think about pushing the floor away through your fingers to shift. Fingers push and fingers push. Have a good grip of the ground as we go back and forth. And then finally, we're gonna put the hands in front of us with the fingers facing away and rock forward and back. We want ideally at least 90 degrees here, but if you can push it to another 30 or 45, that is excellent. Again, load with the fingers, practice pushing away through the fingers. Having control through the fingertips rather than just settling weight into your wrists. Okay, active hands. And then finally, let's take the back of the hand. You can just push it up against the ground. And if you need a little more stretch, make a fist and squeeze your fingers up. And sometimes if you're doing a nice stretch there and you make that fist, you'll feel it travel all the way up your forearms. All this right here. All right, again, we can let those wrists relax and enjoy some free motion. You can do a figure 8 if you so desire. Reverse wave. Stay in this kneeling position. We're gonna put the hands down again, and this time finish down with some kneeling cat-cow. Inhale, push your hands away, tuck your head, stretch your ribs as much as possible, and exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. We're isolating just the upper back here. Last two, inhale and exhale. And for our final challenge, walk it out, and we're gonna go for a segmented cat-cow. So we're gonna start with our tailbone. Start to turn your tail down towards the ground, tuck your tail between your legs, and you're gonna roll the stomach up. And we're just isolating the bottom half. We're gonna roll up one piece of your spine at a time until that wave rolls up between the shoulders and finishing at the head. Stay in your cat-cow, keep pushing the floor away, but we're gonna start to change at the tailbone again. Pull your pubic bone down towards the floor. And we're gonna lower the low back. Work our way through the shoulders. Shoulder blades will squeeze together. And finish with the neck. Repeat at the bottom. Inhale, tuck your tail between your legs. Roll up the spine until we finish at the head. Last one, tuck. And roll. Give your shoulder blades a nice scrub with your rib cage, like you're trying to clean off your rib cage using your shoulder blades any which way you want to do it. Just scrubbing as much as you can on your sides, your back, squeeze them together. Take it a big circle and sit back, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for going for a full mobility flow. Good job on that active flexibility. Lifting the leg up and going side to side in that kick through is not easy, so I applaud you. Active flexibility is a great thing to practice. So anytime you're gonna stretch and you think this is hard, try doing a little lift in it, right? If we're stretching our hamstrings, like so, can I lift my foot and use that active flexibility as well, not just the passive. So something to chew on for this weekend. I hope you feel good, because I feel good. Enjoy the sun and take care of yourself. And this is where I start rambling on and saying sweet things, because I love all of you. So take care of yourself, do good in the world. Thank you for showing up on the mat. Self-care is political.